Alright, hey YouTube, forbiddenmower. Alright, new gas pedal setup. Because I liked running the cable wise the other way with my flathead. So it's basically the same setup, but it's got a rod in it instead of a cable from the governor to the carb. Alright, this is how it's set. I got this little cable grommet type thing. And I had a drill hole in the governor where the little tiny spring went, just to put my cable through it. And I use Jaguar. That's the only cable I use. It's the best cable in the world, I think, because you can twist it back over if it frays. Anyways, alright, and then on this carburetor idler thing, it's got my spring. This is where this tiny spring ran from right here to the governor, but I don't have that spring, so this is how I did it. Cable screwed in here. I had to drill it out a little bit with, if I can get the camera, this size drill bit. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the first part I did. Now if I can find that piece of metal I just had. Well, basically, I don't think I can see it now. Anyways, okay, there was a piece of metal from on this side of the governor thing to this bolt. Took the bolt out, or cut that piece off with the grinder. First tried cutting a notch in it, it didn't work, and then it frayed the cable like this because it was rubbing on it and it frayed it. But so what I did is I trimmed it up. That's why I always have a little extra throttle cable laying around, or brake cable, or whatever you call it. But I had to cut it off, put my bolt back through here in case there'd be a leak or whatever, just in case. Put the bolt back through there. Cut a notch in where the little tiny hole is, because this cable grommet thing won't thread in there. So I cut a notch out, bent it to where it's going like that instead of like this, so it won't rub the cable raw. I put grease inside this grommet and grease all throughout, or on the cable through the tube, so it's not rubbing raw. Don't have no tight bends in it. This is probably the tightest bend I have in it. But okay, this is how this is set up. Like I said, the spring ran back around. It's the same exact spring as on my choke. I have my choke set up with a spring, so if I want to choke it, I can pull it over like that and it chokes, and then put it back over and it chokes off. Also too, I have this little piece of metal. Well, it was the original choke thing on it. That way, if I wanted to choke it manually, I could just hook this thing on here and pull it and it chokes. Alright, that's how that works set up. Got my spring ran back around to the car, or from the idler thing. The reason why is because I had it set up this way. If I point the camera, you might be able to see what I'm talking about. But I had the screw and everything ran through here, and it wasn't holding the idle right. Like, it'd either be too high of an idle or it'd be too low of an idle, and just kill the motor, or it'd be too high of an idle. So what I did is ran it to this, etc. Show you guys how it works real quick. Really easy playing the throttle and the gas pedal. See, like now I could go slow, or if I wanted to faster, or floor it. It's got all the play in it, and it returns perfect. The governor. Oh, I gotta put that cable back there. But actually I just need to put a bigger screw in it, is what it is. But see this Jaguar? Just twist it back over. Well, it might help if I twist it the opposite way. But there's that. I gotta fix that real quick. Glad that broke on me before I was out riding around, and I'd be screwed. But also too, that's set up like that. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my governor mod. It's gonna be this way, Also too, it's gonna have also too, I turned the motor off, put a flat screwdriver in here, loosened this nut, and turned it like not even a quarter of a turn, like an eighth of a turn. That'll give you about 300 more RPMs without throwing a rod in these motors. My secret is, this is just a 14 horsepower cover. It's not the actual motor underneath. It's a 18 horse single cylinder. But there's that. I'm putting RTB on this so I have no air leaks. I'm just letting it harden a little bit before I put it on there. Or thicken up, I mean. But basically there's that. That's how the gas pedal is set up. I have it on the pedal that I can adjust it. If I didn't want to mess with the carburetor spring, I can adjust it to where it's holding a little bit higher idle, etc. Like say if I'm warming it up, something like that. Okay, but this is how I wire. Okay, I'll tell you how I wired it. Fuel shut off, dark wire to ground on the motor. This wire, you run it up to your switch, and the switch on mine, I have it to where up is off. So when the fuel shut off solenoid needle is up, it's off. But when it's down, it's on. I have it set up like that so I know exactly which way it's set. And then the other cable you run from that, you run to oh god, what was it? Your positive lead on your solenoid. And then after that, your kill wire. My kill wire comes from right here, runs down around. One part goes to ground, and one part goes to positive on the terminal. So that way on is on and off is on. Etc. You guys get that. But push button. You can wire it up two different ways. You can run it from the ground, one terminal to ground, and then one terminal to your what the hell, or not ground. One terminal to the battery positive lead on the solenoid that has 12 volt constant, or you can run it from well, actually that's the only way you can run it. And then the other wire you run to the little clip thing on the very bottom of the solenoid, so that will actuate it. I have, like, you can wire it up the other way, but then the motor turns the wrong way. Like the starter will turn the wrong way. So you gotta wire it, like, you can do it one way and then hit the button. If it don't kick the starter gear up, you know, you gotta just switch the terminals. That's all you gotta do. But there's that. Gotta reattach that. Run this back through. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the carb while I'm at it. That's about it right here. I use trampoline springs as my clutch springs because they don't lose spring or they don't wear out. The springs don't. That's about it, guys. Do a little update on that. Show you guys, or tell you guys about that, because I had it the other way. I don't know if I already said this, but I had it the other way, and it wasn't returning right. So that's what I did. All right, guys. Forbidden Mower, signing off.